These delicious carrot cake waffles with pineapple coconut topping weigh over 1 pound, contain less than 700 calories, and contain over 70 grams of plant protein. Today, I'm going to show you how to make them. So on the menu today, we have carrot cake protein waffles. These are really delicious and also packed with volume. So the goal today is to get as much volume as possible while also making the food taste good. So volume eating is really helpful, especially when you're focusing on a fat loss plan, because you can eat lots of food for fewer calories. So that's what we're going to be focusing on, and one of the main ingredients we're going to be using to accomplish that today is shredded carrots. Now, we could have made a breakfast with way more volume by just focusing on fruit and having tons of fruit, but that's kind of the easy way out, and we wanted to make something more interesting. So we decided to choose carrot cake waffles, and now I'm going to show you that recipe. All right, so the first step is to make our flax egg. We have 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, which is about 7 grams, and we also have 3 tablespoons of water. So it's really easy to make a flax egg. You just put in the flaxseed and then you put in the water and you mix it up a little bit so it starts to absorb the water. So now that we've mixed that together, we're gonna set that aside for 5 minutes. Then in a large bowl, combine 2 cups of whole wheat flour, which is about 240 grams, 2 cups of vital wheat gluten, which is about 240 grams, 90 grams of protein powder. For our protein, we're using True Nutrition pea protein toasted coconut, a tablespoon of cinnamon, which is about 8 grams, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, which is about 7 grams, 1.25 teaspoons of baking soda, which is about 6 grams, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, which is about 1 gram, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, which is also about 1 gram, 2 tablespoons of stevia, which is about 26 grams, and then mix all of that together thoroughly. In a separate bowl, combine 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce, which is about 244 grams, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which is about 7 grams, 1 mashed banana, or about 100 grams, 2 carrots grated and finely chopped, which is about 250 grams. Then we're gonna add the flax egg that we made earlier, 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, which is about 8 grams, 2.25 cups of unsweetened almond milk, which is about 540 grams, and then we're gonna stir all of that well until it's fully blended. All right, so now we have our dry ingredients and wet ingredients prepared, and we're just going to pour our wet ingredients into the dry mixing bowl. Then just stir it up until you've combined all the ingredients. All right, so the total weight of our mixture is 1,752 grams or 1.7 kilograms and 3.9 pounds. And we're gonna be using 105 grams of this mixture for each of our waffles. So our mixture is all done. We're letting the waffle iron preheat right now. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to make our topping. So for our carrot cake waffle topping, we're going to finely chop 70 grams of pineapple. And then we're gonna add 60 grams of So Delicious plain coconut yogurt, 10 grams of True Nutrition protein powder, and 5 grams of lemon juice. All right, so we just finished making our pineapple coconut topping. This is absolutely delicious and it's also low in calories. So volume eating from a fat loss perspective really comes down to just getting creative in the kitchen and making some substitutions to ensure that you are bringing the calories down while also keeping the nutrition and protein content high. Typically, carrot cake uses a cream cheese frosting, but instead of doing that, we've used this low-calorie coconut milk yogurt alternative. So that's a really great way of getting a similar taste for far fewer calories. All right, so our waffle iron is ready to go, and now we're gonna portion out our waffles. And what we wanna do is take out 105 grams of this mixture for each of our waffles. So I'm not using any kind of spray oil because that's going to add extra calories that are pretty much useless. So it might be a little challenging to get the waffles out, even if it is a non-stick waffle iron, but still you don't want to be using those calories on oil. So I like having my waffles crispy, but also kind of on the lighter side. This took about 2 minutes in my waffle iron. It might take a little bit more or less time in yours. All right, so this is the delicious final result for our waffles plus pineapple coconut topping. So we've got 4 waffles that are each 105 grams of the waffle mixture that we made previously, and then we also had that topping that we created. So for this entire thing, it's 513 grams of total food, which is 1.13 pounds. It has 696 calories in the whole thing, so less than 700 calories, and it also contains 72 grams of plant protein. So as I mentioned, it's really important to get creative in the kitchen when it comes to creating volume meals. We could just make huge salads or huge fruit bowls and accomplish that volume goal, but this is more interesting. It has a unique taste and it makes the process of losing fat actually enjoyable. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I'd highly recommend that you try this recipe. It's really delicious, and I'll catch you in the next video.